Hello everyone, I'm Bra Mithra. Welcome to a small little channel update thing. I just want to discuss some things quickly. First and foremost, just thanks so much for everyone who's been watching the channel. Thank you so much for keeping engaging. Thank you so much for following along with me, Kingdom Death playthroughs, all those types of things. Hope you enjoyed the Lion God review. It was the last video I just put up. And I have been playing Aeon's Trespass. I recorded the whole next episode for Aeon's Trespass, so thank you so much for everyone who likes the original Aeon Trespass video. All the stuff that I've been doing. It's so unbelievably humbling, and I was recently reminded about how humbling it is, and I just wanted to thank everyone for that. I have done, for the first time, I actually have some videos, 2 videos, that are locked to a limited release. I can't release them right away. I've been asked not to release them right away, which is so cool, and that's all because thanks to everybody who watches, right? That's literally the only reason that that's even possible, that any company would ever talk to me. It's because of everyone out there who enjoys what I have to say about things and the videos that I make on board games that I love. So, that is why there's been a delay since the Lion God video and stuff, and why Kingdom Death Monster, the next Manhunter one's kind of slowed. But the other reason for that is I really wanted to do Aeon's Trespass, and I have recorded it. So the voyage phase. Let's talk about that. That is going to be a very long video. I have some thoughts on it. Normally, let's talk about my approach for Kingdom Death when I do videos like, a long Let's Play of the campaign video, right? Which was, Aeon's Trespass would be one of those games. It's a long campaign game where you follow the player as they play entirely through it. And I really enjoy that. That's the type of games that I really do enjoy. And for Kingdom Death, I've done that for this. I'm working on my 4th season for that, for Kingdom Death. With Kingdom Death, however, Kingdom Death suffers from a lot of randomization, and I've talked about that in videos before, where things can happen at random, and everything you draw cards, it's all just random stuff, and sometimes the narrative that the game has is unfolded at random to the player. Unlike Aeon's Trespass, Aeon's Trespass it plays out more like it's like Seventh Continent, kind of. Sleeping Gods, or a better example, at least to me from what I've been playing, would be like Eldritch Horror. Those games, not Arkham Horror, but Eldritch Horror, where the events are random-ish, but they're very specific in what they meant to do and how they progress the game. Like the outcomes are not random. The events aren't random either, really. They're scripted heavily with a lot of writing. This is why I really wanted to make this video. Because of this, when I was playing the first phase, now granted, the first voyage phase of Aeon's Trespass, granted this could be because I needed to also finish up the tutorial, and that does teach you how to play. So again, credit to Kingdom Death's tutorial. The prologue for Kingdom Death is engaging. It explains how to play and everything, and you're actively doing things as you move through it. The Aeon's Trespass one's similar, but it's heavily scripted. And that video is very long, and the way I normally do the videos is they're not cut, because the value of that is, for one, it's all authentic, right? There's no cuts in anything I do, because I don't want to re-roll dice and do all those other things to make sure I go as far as possible or whatever. If someone dies in Kingdom Death, whatever. If I roll bad, whatever. That's part of the fun, right? There's multiple times in Kingdom Death where you roll a dice, a bad thing happens on a hunt event, you draw a terrible settlement event at the bad time. I just actually did that in episode 9 in season 4. I drew that settlement event that I drew screwed up everything, my plans. Pretty much everything I had planned, everything I've been building, it put a hard speed bump right in what I was doing, and now I need to compensate for it at the worst possible time as well. So it's stuff like that. This tutorial that I'm doing in Aeon's Trespass, I've already played it, and I'm editing it. And I've noticed I'm just reading a book, basically. There's very few moments of choice in there. There is choice there. They're just not interesting. They affect things later, but you don't know what they're going to affect. You don't know how they're going to affect it. And then, you write it on your timeline, and then it says, check to see if you did this, and if you did, this will now happen. It doesn't slow down the overall story, from what I've noticed in the campaign and from doing the first voyage phase and all that stuff. So the tutorial is just me reading, and I made a bad choice because I could tell. If you've ever noticed, if you watch my Kingdom Death plays, I have like a way of speaking and talking constantly and going through my thought process, explaining tips, strategies, things, outcomes that could happen, but this is how I'm going to deal with it, even though this bad thing could happen, and if it does happen, that's okay. If this bad thing happens, that's okay. We're going to plan for it. With this, it's more of, okay, we're reading. I guess I'll pick this. We'll see what that happens, and then I just keep reading. Like, I don't even know what it's going to do, right? There's no planning involved. And when I'm editing it, and I'm leaving in all the edits, it's not engaging. But that could just be because of the tutorial. So what I did when I was playing, I also felt that, because I play a lot of Kingdom Death, and I play for the camera. I've been doing that for a lot. I felt it. When I was playing the tutorial, I felt that. I felt that being that, like, wow, nothing interesting is happening here. I have no way to engage with the audience, right? There's nothing presented to me. When you get a new Titan, they're pre-named. When you get a new, I can't remember the name of the people, the pilots. I can't remember them. Argonaut. When you get a new Argonaut, they're pre-named. You just draw a card, then you use the name. That stuff is static. Like, their bonuses and stuff are static. Sometimes you can't even pass around, like, with the settlement phase for Kingdom Death, for example, I can choose who I want something bad to happen, for better or good, right? That's sometimes, sometimes I get, when I evaluate beta gear and stuff like that, I get, like, comments of, well, you're min-maxing and stuff. Yeah, but I have the choice to, and I have the choice not to. With Aeon's Trespass, it tells me who's going to get it, and it's not like I can plan for it. It's just going to say, the Argonaut that currently has this highest total, or the Argonaut with this lowest total, or the Argonaut that did this last, and then they get this. And then that's forever with them. You keep all their character sheets, which is fine. I have nothing against Aeon's Trespass. It's just very unengaging and very railroading so far. So when I was playing, I made the conscious decision to say to myself, look, let's just keep going past the prologue. And I did, and I started the cycle 1 and everything till I got to the first fight, and I was going to say, and hoping that there'd be more choice. It didn't happen. That didn't happen. It just continued on that way. So, and it's very long. So, that's what's been happening. That's why that's been so slow to come out. I'm trying to look and to think about things. So when you see what happens, just give me feedback and everything when that video comes up and I put it out, when I'm done editing it. How maybe I just skip it. Even I would just suggest maybe you even watch it at 1.5 speed, even if you want to watch the whole thing, because it's just me reading. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I will not. Maybe this will be a season, because I know that with Kingdom Death, people enjoy the fact that I never cut anything, right? I do cuts when there's slow part or me thinking and stuff, but I never cut a decision or a choice. I never make everything that happens is the static, bad events, whatever. That's all authentic gameplay, for better or worse. Aeon's Trespass, I can do the same thing, but I just won't show it. Maybe I'll just say, here's what happened. Here's a recap of all these story events that I read, and here's the outcome. Because it takes a long time. It's not like one settlement phase either. It's not like settlement phase fight. It's a long time. There could be multiple days. Like multiple choices, multiple restarts, multiple days, multiple settlement events before you get to the next fight. And in all honesty, I'm there just for the fighting. That's what I've done. sorry for such a delay. I had to record 2 videos. They got time locked to when I can release the videos. When that day comes, you'll see them, and I'll already have them there. But then, thank you so much for watching. It's so very humbling. Sorry for the delay. The Aeon's Trespass episode 2 will go up. Make sure to leave all kinds of comments telling me whether or not you want me to just do like a recap of the phase. And maybe I'll only do the, hey, here's the story. It told me to do this. I just read it. We can make this choice. We'll see which one I'm going to decide to do, and then I'll just show you the outcome of that. Rather than read the entire dialogue, read all the choices, because you want to read all the choices before you, like, decide. Read the effects and things and stuff. It's just very long of doing all that. So, again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the Aeon's Trespass video.